In this section, we will discuss the different sampling techniques for water quality analysis. Sampling is the first step leading to the generation of water quality data. Hence, care must be always be taken to ensure obtaining a true representative of sample. Further, the sample's integrity must be maintained from the time of collection to the time of analysis. Any lacuna may impact the accuracy of the results and representativeness. In the sampling, the first important component is sample containers. Water samples needs to be collected predetermined volume and stored in a sampling container. One has to take utmost care while selecting, cleaning and pre-processing the sample containers to avoid contamination issues and volume of sample required. Chemically neutral high density polyethylene HDPE plastic or PET bottles or glass containers should be used. Non-breakable plastic containers are more desirable than glass. However, when sampling for phosphorus, pesticides and other similar type of compounds, glass containers must be used because of their possible interference with plastic. When the sample is collected for analysis of metals, the sampler should be designed so that no metallic parts come into contact with the sample. Also, one has to follow the trusted agency's recommendation such as the American Public Health Association APHA, US EPA, Bureau of Indian Standard BIS, etc. to make sure the usability of a particular sample container for the desired constituent sampling. For instance, to measure the carbon content in water, samples are advised to collect in carbon-free containers. Light sensitive parameters need to be collected in amber colored bottles. Water sampler and sampling containers should be rinsed 2 to 3 times with the sampled water, that is self-contamination. Another aspect is the volume of the sample and the preservation technique. Although the sample volume depends on the objective, usually 1 to 2 liters of sample is sufficient for most physical, chemical and bacteriological parameters. However, in most cases, based on targeted parameters, after collection, a sample is divided into separate aliquots. Once collected, samples need to be preserved at low temperature and or added recommended preservation chemical. Also, for a few parameters, on-site filtering is mandatory. A portable filtering sheets may be used for the on-site filtration. Battery operated and handheld filtering such as suction filter or syringe filter are commonly used for in situ water sample filtration. For analysis of cations and trace elements, samples should be filtered using a 0.22 or 0.45 micron membrane filter and then acidified with supra or ultra pure concentrated nitric acid. The unacidified and filtered subsamples will be collected for major anions like fluorides, chlorides, bicarbonate, sulfate, hardness, alkalinity, etc. Samples for dissolved inorganic carbon and isotope measurements should be collected and sealed immediately to avoid air exchange. Some of the containers, types and chemical needed for the preservation of water sample is shown in this table. After sampling, all samples will be stored in ice bag and sent immediately to the laboratory where the samples should be stored at 4 degrees centigrade until further analysis. Mode of sampling is another crucial aspect. Generally, various techniques are practiced such as manual sampling. In manual sampling, human participation is must. The simplest form of water sampling device is a bottle attached to a string. For the shallow levels, rivers or small lakes, a rope-tied plastic bucket is used to collect the sample. While sampling the flowing water, it is necessary to use a bucket or holder of sufficient weight to overcome the sampler's buoyancy and allow it to sink as rapidly as desired. Also, some attachment is required when sample collected from bank. For example, attachment for telescopic rods. The telescope consists of a telescopic pole with a detachable sample containing attachment. In the case of depth sampling in large duplex, waters from different depths to be collected using Van Den sampler or Kemmerer water sampler, Mayer's sampler bottle or Dusat sampler may be used. For greater accuracy and for water depths greater than 50 meter, special samplers such as Kemmerer and Niskin water sampling devices may be used. The current advancements in sample containers facilitate the agencies, researchers to collect the representative sample to its best possible by minimizing the contamination and admixing. Manual sampling is preferred for individual studies and short research projects. Other one is automatic sampling. Automatic sampling devices are advised to use for the agencies to collect composite samples over extended periods. Several types of automatic samplers are available in the market. Automatic samplers are programmed by timing devices designed to collect sample aliquots of samples at regular intervals during the prescribed period. We also require to do sediment sampling in most water related research projects because it is also essential to characterize sediments for various chemical and biological parameters. The surface water bodies contain sediments as suspended and bed loads. There are separate methods and devices to collect the suspended and bed sediments. For collection of suspended sediments, a fixed volume of water will be passed through the pre-wetted filter paper at a gentle vacuum. Bed sediments are collected using augers or Van Veen graph samplers. In the case of metallic analysis, non-metallic filling needs to be fixed while collecting the sample. Core samples requires a mechanical setup to make a holes or to dig a trench. After removing the top 1 to 2 cm of surface sediment from the exposed surface, the superficial 2 to 5 cm of bed sediment is collected. Precaution must be taken to avoid anthropogenically derived materials or debris.